Hey, this is Dave Darin. I'm here. What's your only first name so people don't hunt you down?
I'm Toast.
Toast?
Yeah,
You
Toast.
toasted from last night. Drunk, stoned out of your mind, you're toasted.
Well, my toast.
Well, you got to be
I'm not
toasted to
toasting
fucking
anyone.
live in New Jersey. How do you live here?
Oh, well, I enjoy New Jersey.
You get laid good in New Jersey. That's how you live here, right?
They faced incredible odds.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
An unbeatable enemy.
It's a madhouse.
To earn the name
Ignorant slut.
But now there's a new way to spell action.
It's midday, and rubbish transvestite
Dave Darin
is paying a visit
I'm from Philadelphia.
Hello?
Water.
Take Broad Street North, right on Passyunk Avenue.
He's the best there is.
That is so gay.
Yeah.
Hero.
He's got his head up his butt, but he's really interesting.
The band that was supposed to be on here, there's 4 members. I only sucked off 3.
Listen, Dick, how would you like me to make your life a living hell?
Do not go in there.
4th one, they would have been here.
Interesting. This is why you're my favorite DJ on this.
Wow.
There's no place he won't go. Nothing he won't do.
Are you threatening me?
And no one
Major wow factor.
he can't handle.
Dave Darin.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dave
He just barely learned to lick his own genitals. Leave him alone.
Darin.
I'm getting pretty sick of him calling my mom. Well, cause I'm a bitch, he's a big fat bitch, he's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. He's a stupid bitch, and everyone's a bitch, he's a bitch too. All the boys and girls.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
How's it going? Here we have George and Norm.
Cool.
We're all ready.
Okay, so you guys are all there. Okay, so we'll start it
but
up.
We're drunk, too.
What's that?
We're drunk.
You're drunk. Okay, well, that's a good start. That's a good start for any interview I do. I love it.
Thank you very much. As the Puerto and gentleman just told you, we have tried to keep this very, very discreet. So don't tell anybody, will you? Incidentally, you're out of scotch. And if you happen to think of it, pick up some pretzels. You know, when you're on, we just laugh and chuckle and giggle. And sometimes we even turn the sound on.
You gonna get us some more shots, son, please? Sure. All right, thanks.
Wait, I'm gonna take a break too and get a shot. Hang on.
Get Dave a shot too. Send it to New York.
Yeah, don't worry. I got shots here, right in the hotel room. Okay, hey, this is the Dave Darin Show. I've got a band I've tried to get on a few times. Tricus is on the air. How's it going, Tricus?
Hey, how's it going, Dave?
Hey, not too bad. So you guys are pretty new, so I've been trying to get you sort of recently, but I think you guys are only out since like May of last year, right?
That's about it, right, George? Right. Yeah.
You guys are all pretty established musicians because I've checked out your music, and I've met a couple of you guys on and off at different places, so I know you guys have been rocking for a while, right?
Yeah, different bands. It's a good thing we're together doing our own unit now. We feel pretty comfortable with it.
Cool. Okay, so tell me about you guys. We got Dave there, and give me the names of the guys in the band and what instruments you guys play.
Well, like I said, I'm Dave Olivares, vocals.
George Contreras, guitar player.
And I'm Norman Lund, I play the drums.
Cool, okay. And you guys are out of Phoenix. I'm in Philadelphia now, so I'm trying to get my hands on all the Phoenix bands I can so when I come back there, I can start kicking some ass there and make radio start to count again in Arizona like it hasn't for a little while. So that's my goal.
Oh, that's great. We're with you on that, Dave.
You guys are a hard rock band, and I've checked out some of your music, and I'm digging it. So how about we start off with a track? And we can start off strong. I know you guys got a track called Strong. So how about if we start off with that track? Introduce you guys to the music right off the bat.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay, so here we go. The name of the band is Tricus. And the name of the track is Strong on the Dave Darin Show. Here we go. Okay, back to the band Tricus. We're talking to Dave here and George and Norman. I know some of your inspirations for music. Kiss is one band I know you guys are into, Black Sabbath. When you compile a piece of music, when you write it, do you really have those guys in your head and you're trying to absorb pieces from their music, or is it totally, completely original? How do you come about writing music?
It's actually very original. It really starts off with an idea of the song that we want to write. Take, for example, HHH. Dave had the story of the song. He told me the history behind it, gave me the vibe for it, and I came up with the music that I felt would be the best for, or the most appropriate for, that particular kind of song. With Strong, it dealt with the history that I went through several years ago, the past more or less 5 years of my life, being drugged through the media and being called all kinds of names and taking a nosedive as far as public relations goes. So it's a song about how I stayed strong through close friends, those I love and those that love me throughout those dark, dark times.
Was it easily adapted by the rest of the band? They kind of felt along with the same vibe, or how did that work out? For all of you guys to agree with the concept and maybe some of the lyrics?
Absolutely. When we come up with a guitar riff or the beat of a song or the theme of a song, you know, it's real simple to say, hey, what do you think about this lick? Okay, Norm, try the drums on this particular sounding guitar riff, and let's see where we go from there. Give it this kind of a beat and fill in the rest with your drum style.
The other thing, there's Dave here, Dave. The other thing I want to add there, too, especially with Strong, is, you know, as we come together as musicians, we spend a lot of time together, and we get to know the stories of our life. And George's story in particular, with me, I gripped onto those lyrics, and I was able to feel those lyrics as I sang them because of the injustice of the story. I had some injustice in my life as well within the past year with my profession that dealt with lies that were thrown at me. So there's a lot of personal angst, if you will, that goes into not only writing but the expression of these songs.
Have your emotions and your life changed a lot, where the music now has evolved to something different than it was when you guys first started? How's it evolved?
It's made me stronger. It's given me hope in my life and an outlet with nothing but a positive feeling. It has given me a lot of accomplishment as for what we've come up with and what we've done.
And you're also looking back at you know, going back to your original question, Dave, with influences. Those influences, for me, it's Black Sabbath. You know, that spirit of that music that I was raised with still rings inside of me. And to be quite honest with you, especially here in the United States, I see it as an American Idol society. And I know Europe and South America still appreciate good, new, hard rock music. So I have a lot of faith in that. And I know the rest of my cohorts here in Tricus do as well.
I know that another track on your CD, is it a CD or EP, by the way, all the music you got so far?
It's a full-length album, and it's available on iTunes and Amazon. Or you can go straight to our website, tricusmusic.com. You could either order for us to send you a CD in the mail, or you can download it through entities there.
Cool. What's the title of the CD?
Fate and Destiny.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
what we're talking about right now.
It's what you're talking about right now. Now, the track on the CD that I'm going to play right now is called Betrayed. So is this part of the evolution of you guys? You're coming out strong after a battle with betrayal? Is that kind of the... Because I feel that, too, in my radio career, by the way.
Yeah, most definitely. It's all in link. There's a spirit that's linked through all of these songs. And Betrayed is definitely one of them, because when it comes right down to it, when you look at life, the meaning of life, whatever you want to call it, and there's a lyric in there where man is the species to fear. Even the stuff that we're looking at right now with Syria and the United States and what we're going to do in that situation, it comes down to man, and we're the only ones that we need to fear.
That's a good point. Do you think the human race has betrayed the planet? Or what do you think about that?
Well, that'd probably be a question for a former Tricus member that wants to think outside the universe, but we like to keep things here on Earth.
Okay. well, here on Earth while you're drinking some booze there, right?
That's right.
That's right. That's the way it's got to be, I think, sometimes. All right, so this track is called Betrayed by the band Tricus. Here we go.
is about me. Man is the species to fear.
Hey, this is Dave Darin, back with the band Tricus. We're chatting with George, Dave, and Norman. Are you guys gigging around town? What do you got going on with that?
We've got quite a few shows coming up. The Arizona State Fair being one of them. Rodez Saloon, and you're familiar with the running of the bulls that they do in Spain.
Who's talking right now?
This is George, Dave.
George, you got to come a little bit closer.
Okay, I'm gonna sit on Dave's lap if you don't mind.
Yeah, I like when he does that.
Yeah, thank God we're not doing a video conference.
Yeah. You can turn the camera on, Dave, if you want. We don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, remember I'm alone in a hotel room here without my wife, so I better not.
Okay, that's gross.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Speak for yourself. Look at this hot.
Oh, okay. That's.
Hey, Dave, we've got about 3 shows coming up in October. One this month, and then Project Independent Showcase at Joe's Grotto November 2nd. We have plans to go to the NAMM show and the Whiskey in January over in Hollywood.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
We've got a play coming up.
Yeah, excellent. Good. How do you guys book these gigs?
Facebook's a big help, man. We're constantly on it and watching what people post, and when we feel that there's an opportunity for the band to take advantage of, we get a hold of it. But sometimes people reach out to us. For instance, this show coming up, Running of the Bulls, they're doing that, as you know, in Spain, but they're having one here in Arizona. So a lady in Utah reached out to us, saw us on Reverb Nation, and got a hold of us through Facebook, asked if we wanted to participate, and we, of course, said yes.
That's great. That's great. So Facebook and social media helps out a lot for all the bands and actually for my radio gig as well. So I like it. I like doing things this way as well. So how about another track we'll do? Now, what does this one mean? H.H. Home. So explain that one to me. What does that mean?
That's a whole story within itself, Dave.
Okay. And we have a lot of airtime now. Remember, I'm not limited to my stupid 1 hour on KWSS. So tell me a little bit. Tell me something.
Sounds good. I was in Chicago on business about a year ago, and I was there with a cohort of mine that I work with who's very well read, and I love traveling with the guy because wherever we went, he had a story, and he had places and monuments to visit. And while we're walking around Chicago, he's telling me about a book that was written called Devil in the White City, and he started to educate me on the World's Fair in 1893. Well, there was a physician at the World's Fair at the time that was murdering people. I guess when he was all done, it was over 200 folks. His favorite victim was a woman, but he built a 3-story block-long castle that was right there in downtown Chicago, and it was built like a maze. So if you look up H.H. Holmes, that's why we call the song HHH, you can find out about all of this. But it inspired me to write a song about this serial killer, this sadistic bastard as he was, and George was with me on it, and came up with some very scary guitar riffs for it. Ironically, as I continue to search what's going on with this H.H. Holmes thing, Devil in the White City was purchased by Tom Cruise. Since then, Tom Cruise...
By the way, Tom Cruise is a sadistic bastard, just to tell you.
Well, he would have been perfect, but his wife got smart and divorced him, so he was going through some issues. So Leonardo DiCaprio picked up the script from him, and right now DiCaprio's production company called Appian Way Productions are in pre-production right now of doing the movie Devil in the White City. So it's going to be Leonardo's first villain role. So what I've done is I've actually reached out to Appian Way Productions. Of course, they told me that it was way too early in the pre-production phase, pre-scripting phase is what they call it. But HHH is not kicked out, but is in the early consideration phases for the soundtrack.
Wow, that'd be significant for you guys, right?
Yeah, it would be, and that's one shot. You know, it's like playing the lottery. You know, I'm even honored that they accepted my call. That they actually accepted a visit there in Beverly Hills for my son and I to drop off our single. I spoke with not DiCaprio himself, but I told that Leo does like the single. But I spoke with his assistant and I guess what you would call the gatekeeper, the lead secretary of Apian Way Productions.
Man, if you guys get that, I better start sitting on your laps. That's pretty good.
Sounds good. We need someone new sitting in our laps.
Yeah, right.
George gets old. He's such a whore.
All right, so here we go. The track is HHH, and the band is Tricus, and here we go.
Welcome to Chicago, my dear.
Hey, back with the band Tricus. How do people get in touch with you guys? You said you're on social media, so I guess you're all over Facebook. People can just Google the name Tricus, which is Tricus, by the way, right?
And you can also check out our website at tricusmusic.com. We're on Facebook, Reverb Nation.
Did we say tricusmusic.com, our website? Reverb Nation. Where else are we at, George? Well, yeah, all the download entities for the full-length album, which would be iTunes, Amazon, Xbox Music, Twitter. So all of those. Just Tricus.
And if people want to book the band, they can book you guys on Facebook, or do they have to go through DiCaprio to book you guys?
That would be very cool one day. You know?
That would be, right?
Like I said, it's playing the lottery, man. You know, I'm no spring chicken, so I'm definitely going to get everything out there that I can, so we can all prosper from all of our efforts.
Cool, awesome. So thanks, guys, for being on the show. We got Tricus here. It's David, George, Norman. Check them out at Tricus. What was it? Tricusmusic.com. Is that what it was?
That's right. That's
cool.
Correct.
Okay, and we're going to close the set out with you guys by playing another track called Deep Incision. How'd you come up with that name?
Uh-oh. Hey, Dave, I don't know if you remember, but I went to your house one afternoon, and I dropped off an EP that I released a couple of years ago by a band called Tribal Path.
I do remember that. Yes, I do.
And I remember you said you wanted Dr. Ruth us, and you were like, "These guys, you guys are great. You know, why don't you guys get back together?" Well, they broke my heart. They stabbed me in the back. We don't need to get into details, but that was one wound that I had when I met George, and so I wrote this lyric directed towards them.
Wow. Are they still together?
I guess. I mean, there's a bass player, there's a drummer. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm still in contact with a guitar player who's no longer with them. Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're talent, and in my opinion, they're not driving what they need to be. But that's just my opinion. So they can do what they want to do.
Yeah, well, remember I'm in Philly, so I do know a collection of mob people here. We can take some of the members of that band out right now.
Okay, sounds good. Let's give them a deep incision.
That's right. Here we go. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for being on the show. Okay.
Hey, thanks, Dave.
Okay. Name of the band is Tricus. Name of this track is Deep Incision. Here we go.